Now, a lot of people in this club know that I take a lot of my speeches from everyday life, from what I observe around me. I've always been a very observational person. In fact, I remember my stepfather actually not quite yelling, not quite reprimanding, but sternly pointing out how many questions I used to ask. Simply at the Chinese buffet. Why is the chicken not look like the chicken at home? Or why did that person just sneeze into the tray and the people around them are just taking it and still eating it? Or how do they keep the food warm? Questions like this. And he would not necessarily have responses. So on the way here, I was driving my car and I observed those around me, like I think any good driver should. I was taught by my father, for example, to always look at the front tires of a car. Why? That's the way it's going to go. If you're entering a roundabout and the person's tires are tilted left, run. Or do not go in that roundabout because they should be facing right if they're going to go into the roundabout. What about if I'm looking in my rear view or off to the side or even up in front of me? I can judge by just someone's hand motions or where their head might be looking as to, are they going to cut me off? Are they going to slam on their brakes for that red light? I can look through their windshield and see the car in front of them to potentially anticipate their brake lights. So I can take evasive action. Now I say all of this to establish a pedigree that I'm not some creep just looking inside people's windows while they're driving. So while I was doing these things to enhance my own driving experience and hopefully get here in one piece, I noticed somebody had their cell phone on a mount in their car, like a lot of us do. You might have it up on your windshield, you might have it down in your cup holder, you might have it on the air conditioning vent. Now this is kosher, right? If we want to look at our GPS, if you don't have one of the fancy schmancy dashboards that you can look at your music, things like this, maybe you have to take a quick phone call. But the point of those mounts is to keep it hands-free. Keep your eyes on the road or at least close to it. But this is called texting while driving. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm not a chameleon. I can't take my left eye on the road and my right eye on my phone. Don't think that's how it works. But the behavior that I observed on the way here, somebody wasn't just changing their music. Somebody wasn't just taking a phone call or even sending a quick text message. Sure, we see that all the time. People looking down, right? They were watching a YouTube video.
What?
Straight up. This is the second time I've observed this in my life. The first one was actually in between the highway in between Raleigh and Greensboro. Gentleman in a huge jacked up pickup, and I'm in a little tiny hatchback. And he's watching a YouTube video. And now I was a little bit more of a hothead back then, so I had my girlfriend in the car at the time. Start wailing on my horn, going like this, "What are you doing?" Getting his attention off of the phone, hopefully to at least me something on the road. Today I didn't do that. I found a little bit of peace at the beach, so I wanted to just observe this experience. This gentleman couldn't even tell what he was watching, but I could tell. It was flashy, it was engaging, and he was right next to me. And you might think that the point of the speech is about personal safety or no distracted driving or anything like that. But it's not. As I sat there at the red light, which then changed to green, still looking at the YouTube video, I thought to myself, wow, we are so immersed in our cell phones that we can't even be entertained behind the wheel of a several ton piece of machinery which is designed to keep us comfortable and engaged. Not to mention, we're passing people on a bicycle. We're passing a nice billboard. It's meant to be read. We're passing a business. We're passing somebody shooting a basketball in the park, just having a good time. These little life anecdotes that we can observe while driving. And as I said, I'm an observational person, so when I drive, I don't just look at the things that I perceive to keep me safe on the road. I look at things that I just listed. And that's why I love to drive. I love to be on that back road and remember, oh yeah, I remember that rundown gas station. I haven't driven here in 5 years, but yeah, I remember that. That's cool. Or gives me an idea for a speech. Something might happen. Or it might just have a light bulb moment where you might have been thinking about, man, down on yourself, maybe you had a bad day at work and all these types of things, and you might see someone who's hitchhiking, who's down and out, and might just give you that extra perspective, that extra appreciation of the life that you're living. Might give you even a better day. So I actually thought that the point I wanted to make of somebody watching YouTube or watching a video while they're driving is that when we get lost in our cell phones, we lose the plot. We lose the plot of the life we're living. How is it more important? Let's, again, take the safety issue out of it. This is something that is supposed to grip us, engage us. In fact, driving is the most dangerous thing statistically that the average person does. And we've lost the plot so much that we have to watch a video to entertain ourselves doing something that, frankly, is entertaining already. Should be, anyway. You're at least traveling from one place to another. Get excited that you're doing that. That's entertaining, right? That's cool. Used to be a 7-day wagon trip to Raleigh, and now it's 2 hours. Think about it. Always use opportunities to observe and make connections in your life. Back to you.